About inquiry versus advocacy, and I'm going to get into that, but I'll read the blog that I wrote. And by the way, I write blogs. If you're looking for solid writing skills, please don't read them, but if you're looking for some thoughts about how I feel, then by all means. But this sets up this session really well. So, my blog is, what makes a great salesperson is the wrong question. I've been asked by many people in my career on how I've led teams to sales, marketing, and operational records, awards, and success. Here it is in a nutshell, and today let's just focus on sales. It has nothing to do with me. I'm just a dating service provider. I take two great parties who think alike and I allow them to build a relationship, my team members and our customers. Want the big secret? Here it is. I've had great sales results because I don't look for great sales professionals. I look for problem finders and problem solvers. So for those of you who did the role play with me in your interviews, this is all going to start to resonate a little bit. I look for behaviors first. I look for people who listen before they speak. I look for people who should have worked at the National Enquirer. Inquiring minds want to know, get it? Okay, I'm dating myself again. I look for people who are looking deeper and longer term than sales results and value that experience is just as critical as the end result. What does that get me? The industry's best with all the sales results you would expect. While you're off looking for Alec Baldwin and Glengarry Ross, who will always be closing, I'm off looking for Sherlock Holmes with the servant heart of Steve Jobs and solving the customer's true why. So if you don't get the Alec Baldwin reference, if you haven't seen Glengarry Ross, it's this like hardcore sales pitch movie, and it's all about like 3 prizes. The first prize is a Cadillac Eldorado. The second prize is a set of steak knives. The third prize, you're fired, right? And it's that old like hammer, hammer, hammer close, and I believe the client expects more of us now. So then I wrote, I just allocated a quote to myself. Not vain at all. Here are the 3 traits that I look for, train, and recognize that lead to sales success and industry-leading customer service levels. Number 1, which is what we're going to go into today, the second part of our training, is inquiry versus advocacy. Be forewarned, if you apply to join our exclusive team of elite professionals, membership involves a role play. A sales experience with me as a client. I send them all the info on a real community, all the product and pricing, corporate info, etc. Most candidates come back ready to wow me on what they know about the product and advocate why I should buy it. They don't get hired. Some candidates ask me questions like, do you want a 3-bedroom or a 4-bedroom? Hardwood or carpet? 1-car garage or 2? They don't get hired either. Now some rare candidates come in and ask me about my life. Why are you moving? Why now? Tell me about your family. What does your future look like? How is a day in the life in your new home? Sorry, how is a day in the life now in your home? What are you afraid of? What have you heard? These ones, they have a chance. Talk about a candidate pool being narrowed down. Finally, the ones who have asked the right questions, solved the right problems, and now advocate proudly based on their expertise in how their product best solves my customized, functional, and emotional problems, needs, and wants, they get hired, if they're the best among the best being interviewed. Doesn't that make you feel good about getting hired for the 3 sales professionals? Yeah. We weeded out a lot of people before we got to you. Second thing I look for is that the experience is everything. I look for people who have great results and are winners, but I also for those who define that success as coming from how they made their customers feel, not just what they bought. If you have a professional who is empathetic and demonstrates do unto others as you would have them do to you, and is driven to make a difference in others' lives and believes in that responsibility, you will never have to hold them to account on this. They raise their own bar. They view themselves as the brand and as the customer's champion, and you can't lose. These are the people who thrive off getting results, but also thrive on the qualitative recognition as much as the quantitative. Look for this. Thirdly, their personal brand means more than their sales results. Some of the best sales professionals out there with the best sales results define themselves based on what the market says about them, not their sales results. The great ones get the results as a byproduct of upholding their reputation for service and long-term relationship skills, not with short-term transactional thinking. The players you want on your team are the ones that people rave about because they value more than any number they will produce. Sorry, because they value that more than any number they will produce, the experience. We're in an age where it is seller beware, not buyer beware. Are you hiring people who are always closing? Or are you hiring people who are always opening up new relationships? You go your way, I'll go mine. Let's see who crosses the finish line first and keeps their sanity while doing it. This one goes out to you, James, Deborah, Ashley, Denise, Chris, Debbie, Jennifer, Nikki, Belinda, Emily, Megan, and Mary. Thank you for all you do for our customers. So at a very high level, as I introduced to you this second behavior about inquiry versus advocacy, what did you hear out of that blog?